Being the next lieutenant governor of the state of Ohio.
Don't ever let anybody outwork you. And so I can tell you that God will turn your challenges into triumphs.
A single mother. And that in that story of being raised, there was the travail of what it takes to raise children by yourself. I know there are people in this congregation who are going through a similar time, and I think it's important from time to time for you to hear from and see women who have been through something that is exactly the same as what you face, and who, if things turn out right in November, may also end up being the next lieutenant governor of the state of Ohio. That's just on the side. This is not an endorsement, because, you know, I don't do that kind of thing.
The blessing for me, I was 32 years old. I was the youngest judge ever elected in Ohio, and I dared to think that I could defeat an incumbent at a point when Franklin County was solidly Republican. But that was the gift, because he underestimated me. He thought that I couldn't beat him, so he sat back, did a couple of fundraisers, and he was like, oh, the Democrats have given me a pass. Well, I'm from Columbus, and you heard me say I had a Southern grandmother. The one thing she taught me is you may not be the smartest knife in the drawer, but don't ever let anybody outwork you. And so I went door to door. I had little $25 house parties, and by the time he found out I was a threat, it was too late. And so I won, and guess why I ran for that court? When I talked to you about life turning your tragedy into triumph, I ran specifically to be a juvenile court judge, because you know what juvenile court judges do? They impose child support. Yeah. My mother never got a dime. And so everybody that came in front of me, if you didn't pay child support, you went to jail. It's what the law says. I didn't want no excuses. I didn't want to hear about baby 3, 4, and 5, because you knew you had 1 and 2. And my husband said to me, he said, baby, if your dad knew how many men you would put in jail, he'd have done better. So I turned my tragedy into triumph. Yeah. So for all of us as women, we have to stand strong and understand that we are the backbone. We are the warriors, and we have to be out there fighting right now, ladies, for our families. We cannot surrender, because our families are in need. They need to understand that there are consequences to behavior, and we need to tell them that you will have unconditional love, but you may not have unconditional behavior. Not in my house. So you need to go back to what your grandmother and your Auntie Sue taught you, because if we don't set standards for our children, that's why they're out making babies with strangers, not graduating from high school, and not going to college. Listen, you need to say to them, when I say to young people, when I talk to them, if you don't want to listen to me, listen to that great philosopher Beyonce. If you like it, put a ring on it. God bless you, and thank you very much.